I know it's not fun, but I have to do that. And because the VODs are easier to manage that way, in case you're wondering. So we should be back now, in case you're also wondering. You still there, Moz? Moz is probably back. We'll wait for people to come back. Yep. I need to spin an automated thing for that. Back. Okay. Check. Stream through your fish tank. Do you have a fish tank? We could put the fish tank on and then do yoga with the fish tank, but I don't know how that would work. This is kind of a test. I still need to clean the room and everything. I want to see if this layout's going to work. I think it actually works perfectly. Put this mic over here. Get it out of the way. You know what's great about this is I can actually see my form, which is great, because I have a hard time seeing my form normally when I do it. It's a You have Pigeon running a transparent full screen terminal. And normally when I do yoga, I'll have to put something on my head because I sweat. So I have a headdress, a head wrap. I could show people, the bald people out there, how to make one of these. These are actually really nice. God, it stinks in here. I'm gonna light my incense because I stink. I didn't want to hear it. I don't care. I do. I stink. It's because I did so much working out yesterday. So, like building and shit. God, my shoulders are gonna be sore. Where is the lighter? All right, give me a second. You know what? This is fun. I think this week I can still manage everything. Give me a second here. Gotta talk softer because I'm out and about. There's like dead wine glasses out here. I'm trying to find a lighter. Oh shit. Oh shit. Hey, tea candles. We can put those in there. These are always fun. I lost my lighter. My lighter is kind of buried right now. Yeah, I'm just thinking about stuff for later. All right, I'm gonna give it 3 minutes. If I can't find the lighter, then it wasn't meant to be for tonight. Not there. Or today. And here, oh, there's the incense. Oh, there's a lighter. Nice. Good job, Rob. I did organize some of my stuff. All right. This just, you gotta be careful because the smoke, some people are really allergic to it. If you're gonna get incense though, this is the incense to go because it's pure. It's the pure stuff. It's not like, you know, it doesn't have like a wood core in the middle of it. So another part of this that I want to do is I want to practice being able to listen to my own meditative music. So I actually set up Bluetooth on this. I know this is not officially on the schedule as yoga because I'm kind of setting up the logistics of yoga. I promise we'll do some though. But I really, really like listening to music. Some people say that's not yoga. You should be listening to your breath, the sound of your breath. And I say, that's fine. You do that. Have fun with that. I like my music. But it is true though. You can just listen to your breath and have it, you know, be awesome. So I'm listening to the same music that I'm gonna stream. I guess I'll turn my music up a little bit. Oh, that's not good. I mean, I don't, this kind of prep stuff, I don't like spending time on it because it just takes away from yoga. I just want to get up and do yoga, you know. But it does help. God, that's probably all the incense I can take. All right. Sound. Now, the last time I did this, it killed this sound for everybody else. So I'm gonna try it. Oh, okay, I turned Bluetooth off, that's why. I'll turn Bluetooth back on. And then I have to switch my sound output to this, and the sound is going to die for a bit. And then I can add it back in OBS. Let me show you. So if I I go into sound. Yeah, tube stick instance. Yep, that's it. Yep, that's what it is. So it says built-in headphones, front mic built in. That's right. So headphones built in. So I've changed it. My Bluetooth aren't on right now, apparently. But as soon as these come on, I should. Where's my Bluetooth? Oh God, that was weird. Bluetooth headphones. Disconnected. All right, let's try it again. I had this working the other day. This is actually one of the things that I might switch. I might actually stream from a different system for yoga because I cannot trust Bluetooth on Linux reliably. It doesn't work. Really. Well, no reason to rush it. So this is just an old cotton t-shirt. If you cut out you find the waistband of the t-shirt, and if you cut it out, it makes a nice head wrap. If you're bald like me, you need it for the sweat because you're going to be upside down a lot and the sweat will burn your eyes and everything. So, God, I wish it would detect it. Not set up. All right, let's try it. So, but you have to kind of, yoga is peaceful. You're saying no music? It is, but I'm going to put music in mine. I mean, you could listen to it if you want. You know what? We could leave the music out, and then I could just listen to music, and then you could listen to your own music. You know what? Let's do that. That's actually let's do that. Let's do that. So I'm going to kill desktop audio. And I am going to pair my headphones to my phone. So people doing yoga a lot of people don't want music. And if I force them to have music, they might not like it. Oh shit, I got to do my time. Okay, 30 minutes of yoga and then I'll do it. Spotify. I want to get this down so I can just wake up and do it. You know? I'm going to make this phone. All right, there we go. Oh my God, it's so loud. It's blowing my ears out. Yeah, so everybody has their own yoga stuff. If you want my meditative list, you can get it. I might as well do 30 minutes of yoga today. How's it going? How's it going? All right, this actually works really well. Oui, ça va bien. On va faire du yoga un petit peu. Oh, see, here's MC Yogi. So you guys, I'm listening to the meditative track. I sent a link to it. I'm probably going to end up talking louder than I should because my music is in my ears. Check 1, 2. We could do a basic Ashtanga, 15-minute yoga Ashtanga practice this morning. This is not a big deal. If it is. All right, so I'm going to pause the music right now. I'm going to do, since I'm in Ashtanga, I practice Ashtanga, I'm going to go ahead and do the Ashtanga intro just for tradition. It's not like I believe in the religion of yoga or anything like that. I do believe there's some basis in truth for a lot of it, but it's just a tradition and I just like it. So I'm going to go ahead and do the chant. If you want to look up the invocation, is called the opening Ashtanga yoga chant, you can just search it. There's lots and lots of YouTube videos on it. That's how I learned it. It's actually, I think Joey from, I think it's Purple Valley in India. It's a popular Ashtanga place. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to do the yoga invocation. And people think that Ashtangis are crazy when they do this stuff. And I'm going to do it every morning. It's part of my tradition. And but I don't want you to get the wrong freak out idea. So it goes like this. Om. Let's see. Let me see if I can remember it. I can't remember it now. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to go look it up. I feel so bad. Once I get started, I'll be on. Okay, so you go to youtube.com. Here, I'll find it for you. Normally they'll like do call and repeat, which is kind of fun. Ashtanga yoga. Here, let me show you. Wait, what? All right, so here we go. Ashtanga yoga invocation. Samsara hara hara mohoshanti. So you can't hear it because I got my earplugs on, but it should be fine. Shangarika imane. Okay. And there it is right there. Opening chant. I'm so excited to get back into this, I gotta tell you. I'm like, Purple Valley. There's actually Vande Gurunam Sharanaravindu. I just remembered. Yeah, alright. So we'll full screen this. So in case I forget it. Alright. Om Vande Gurunam Sharanaravindu. He's repeating it. We'll do it twice. Sandra Shita Svatma Sukha Vabodhi. Sandra Shita Svatma Sukha Vabodhi. I'm not going to watch it. Nisharayase Jangarikaya Mani. He says it twice. It drives me crazy. Samsara hara hara mohashanti. Samsara hara hara mohashanti. Abahu purushakaram. Abahu purushakaram. I'm not used to repeating it. Shankachakra sitarinam. Shankachakra Siddharinam. You have to look up the translation, it's really nice. Sahasra Shirasam Shetam Paramami Patanjalim Om. All right, so that's a good reminder for me. I'm going to go through and do the whole thing myself now. All right. Chat. All right. Let's see if I can remember it all now. I memorized it. Yoga on YouTube. Jiu-Jitsu buddies. All right. Om Vande Gurunam Sharanarvinde Sandarashita Svatma Sukha Vabodhi Disharyase Jangarika Imani Samsara Hara Hara Mohashanti Abahu Purushakaram Shankachakra Sitarinam Sahasra Shirasam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim Ekam. Yeah. One, two. I can hear Patabi Joyce counting in my head. 3. We're just going to do 5 Sundays. That's one Sunday. All right, let's do, I gotta turn my music on. It is nice to just listen to the breath though. It does feel good. It does feel good. You might just want to listen to the breath. I used to call it riding the breath like a wave. If I was ever going to start in a yoga studio, it would be called Ride the Breath. Inhale, exhale, flat back. With your knees, you can put your hands on your knees instead if you want. So the most important thing is to keep your back flat. That's way more important than hitting the fucking ground. Keep your back flat, keep your spine straight. Okay, we'll do it again. So we're doing what's called a Sun Salutation. So you go up, exhale. Then you lift up to flatten the back. Now we're going to go down and we're going to do a push-up. And put our feet back. Okay, and you hold yourself and you're just in this plank position. Okay, and then we're going to go down. And if you want to put your knees down, you can. You can drop your knees and curl your toes under and then push up. And look, eyes up. We're doing them slowly here. Now you push back into downward facing dog. I don't think you want there's Sanskrit names for these yet. Now, this is a tough one, particularly because, you usually have tight legs and everything. So, it's actually, I think it's better to, keep your knees bent and to have straight arms and straight back if you can, and then slowly you'll, get more flexible. And then we're going to walk it forward. When you get good, you can do a hop. But for right now, just walk it forward. and up. Oh, shit. Oh, that's how you know it's working. I just had an ab cramp. If you get like upper ab cramps right here, that means that you're doing it right. Oh, oh God. Oh my God. I haven't done yoga in a long time. Because you're going to get all kinds of activity going on. What you should also do is kind of keep your belly in and try to do like a Kegel exercise, you know, and pull all your root chakra, all the stuff under your privates, like tighten all that stuff up. That's why yoga is so good for sex, by the way. Do Batman actor. Yoga dabbing. Flex your core. Welcome. Morning is definitely the right time for this. Sometimes I'll rock back and forth on the legs. I think I'm going to get another camera too so you guys can see the side. I actually went to a month of training. I taught classes and stuff for a while, but all things in good time. I'm doing my Sun Salutations really slowly because I'm trying to get my form back. Rise up on my toes. You gotta get those toes flexible too. More ab cramps. All right. All right, that's 3 Sun A's. Normally you should do 5 if you're doing a true practice, but do as many as you can. We're gonna do 2 Sun B's because I gotta work. We're gonna do 2 Sun B's. Sun B's have a couple more steps in them where you bring your legs forward and stuff. If you go to, yeah, especially for right now. So if you do Ashtanga, so the whole point of the Sun A's, the Sun B's, is to warm your body up, and I can already feel it. It's to warm your body up and get you going. A lot of times if you haven't gone to the bathroom yet in the morning, you'll want to do that. Break out of your Sun A's and go do it, and then come back, because part of this is to kind of, you know, get everything working. So we're going to do a Sun B, same exact thing, except for there's a, you bring your leg forward part to it that really works, you know, your legs and stuff, and it's fun, actually. All right, inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale down again and back. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down facing dog. Inhale, right leg forward. don't know how my mic's doing, but inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths. Inhale, walk forward. Exhale, fold arm. Inhale all the way up. Okay, exhale. Oh, Tadasana. All right. Do one more. Oh, I forgot. Sun B's, you start out in bent leg pose. I forgot about that. So, let's do it. So ready? So bend our knees. Go up. If you can't go all the way up, you can go straight like this. This is a kick-ass thing to do, but exhale down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, down. Left foot forward. I just want to hold that all day. I definitely want to hold warrior later. If those are hard, you can put your knees on the ground. It's totally okay. It's the inversion and the down dog that helps you out. And then bend the knees again. Yeah, we're doing yoga this morning. All right. So we did 2 Suns B. We did 3 Suns and 2 Sun Bs. And let's see what else is on our list over here. This is my Ashtanga map. It might be good for you to get one of these. This has all of my Ashtanga poses on it, so I can remember it. If you want to practice Ashtanga, I like it because it's like do this and this and this. But if you're going to get into it, hands down the best resource of all time. I consider Dave Swenson my sort of guru. Dave Swenson's a Texan. He's a very down-home, good old boy Texan, Texas hippie. And he's just so amazing. He's just so fun, and you know, he doesn't give a shit about getting certified with the Ashtanga Yoga Institute, which I really love about him. But this is like a really tattered old book of mine. But he's got all the poses. But one of the things I really like about him versus some of the, you know, more formal Western stuff, Eastern stuff, is he has no problem. See, like I took out some things, I crossed them out. So I use this for my daily practice. But the most important reason I like this, and I'm not making any money off this book or anything, just so you know, is that he, in the back, this is what he has. So he has a listing of the full flow here, the primary series, right? So this is the full primary series. But for people who are busy, he like didn't mind taking liberties with Ashtanga, which could get him in trouble with the Ashtanga Nazis, they call them. But so what he's done is he's created, so he has the full flows, right? And then he has the finishing sequence. So Ashtanga has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And the ending and the beginning is kind of like a sandwich. They're the same every time. And, you know, but here's what I really like, is he went through and he went ahead and put some short forms in here. So he's got the 30-minute short form. He's got a 15-minute short form for like, the most important thing is that you do it consistently. You do it every day, you know, because otherwise you're going to get tired and you won't do it. But it's important. It's more important to do it every day than it is to do a lot, or, you know, on the schedule, I guess. So for his 30-minute session, we're going to be doing probably a variation on his 30-minute session going forward. But he basically takes the poses out that go well together and get you, you know, the primary benefits of Ashtanga without doing all of it, you know. He still has you do. And another thing too is that he modifies stuff. So if you can't do a back bend, which you probably can't when you were just starting out, and you shouldn't try, don't push yourself. You can go do, he's got variations on it and stuff. All right, so I'm going to be doing, what I'm trying to say is I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff from Dave. Dave, this is the book, Ashtanga Yoga, The Practice Manual by David Swenson. Yep. But not a Kindle version. First time someone uses the Linux and retro tags in the fitness channel. I forgot, those tags just come through automatically, so I don't know. So this is my favorite. I do have this Ashtanga Yoga Primary Series poster that's got them all here, so I can just look when I forget. Sometimes I'll put this like at my feet or someplace like that, because I'll look at it because I forget my sequence. Happens a lot of time. But when you get better at Ashtanga, you'll stop forgetting. You'll start to just remember it. But not only that, you'll like get into the flow. The whole point of Ashtanga, the whole point of yoga, is to calm your mind, get your mind in a place where you can really kick ass mentally with whatever you want to do in life. And that is the primary goal of yoga. The fitness and stuff comes along for the ride to get you healthy so that you can do meditation and sitting and all the things that go with it. So that's the thing. There, another Stein, so I think it's Roland Stein. If you go to ashtanga.info, I think it is, that's the other place I would go. I'm getting cool. I'm cooling down, but whatever. So the other place to go that you might like is and I actually almost went to Germany and practiced under him. He's a genius. And he created Ashtanga. If you just search for Ashtanga Yoga on the internet, usually you'll find not ashtanga.com, you'll find ashtanga.info, I think it is. There it is. So these are the most reputable sources of Ashtanga Yoga on the internet as far as I'm concerned. So this is ashtanga-yoga.info, and this guy is got to be one of the most, he's also a physical therapist. So yes, he's licensed through the traditional Ashtanga practices, but he has not been shy integrating Western medicine into yoga. So he believes very deeply in the Ashtanga Yoga practice, but at the same time, and he's got everything done. He's got everything done. So he's got like, he'll tell you how to do this. He's got like pictures of everything. This is the first exposure I had to Ashtanga Yoga was this. This is the first thing I ever encountered. And then I found Dave's stuff. And I like them both. I think they're both really very, I seriously, the thing I really love about this, you see this right here? It shows you when to breathe in and out and where to look. It's called your drishti. Your drishti is where to put your eyes. And the whole point of this is, why are they so precise on all this stuff? The reason for that is because the goal of Ashtanga Yoga is for you to give your body something to do so that you can check out and you can tap into your mind. It's all about the mind. So it's Ashtanga Yoga is almost lockstep with Tai Chi. because it's designed to give yourself something more rigorous than Tai Chi to do with your body while your mind focuses. And it's, you know, and that's where the dhyana, dhyana, and pranayama is the breathing, all the other 8, you know, limbs of Ashtanga Yoga come to play. So it's really kind of fun. Elbow stand, yeah. I mean, it's too, and whatever brings you to it. If you want to learn how to do a handstand and all that stuff, that's fine. Whatever brings you to yoga, we don't care. As long as, you know, is something brings you to it. Because yoga is not a religion. It's about balance and stuff, right? And not just this kind of balance. But I really like him because he has had no problems altering the practice based on Western medicine. And so he doesn't do a number of poses at all for people until they master other poses. But his informed Ashtanga Yoga I find to be the most, you know, it satisfies my analytical part as well as the, you know, spiritual, if you want. And so that's what I recommend. I'm going to go back and finish. So I'm going to do I'm going to try to remember most of the beginning part of first series. But if you guys want to follow along in either of those resources, then I won't have to, you know, I won't have to break every time. I can just kind of keep going. So I'm already cooled down for my Sun A's. So I'm going to do another Sun B right here. I'm going to do another Sun B. I'm going to get my manual out. And I'm going to go to the 30-minute yoga that he has. Now, another thing too is as you start doing yoga, you'll start to find that you can modify it for your own benefit. And there's a lot of Ashtanga people that will tell you if you modify it, you get no method, no benefit, and they'll yell at you. And I'm more of an Iyengar guy when it comes to that kind of thing. Iyengar and Pattabhi Jois both studied under Krishnamacharya, who was the father of modern yoga. Who, by the way, was just creating some system for the kids under the Maharaja, young kids. Ashtanga was made for young boys specifically to keep them busy. And so, you know, there's some stuff there. There's some baggage there, I'll just put it that way. So don't feel bad modifying yoga or the poses to meet your needs and to listen to your body. And that's one of the reasons I really like Dave. It's one of the reasons I really like Iyengar. And I really like Ron Steiner, because they all have said, hey, you know what, we respect the tradition, but we feel like, you know, it's okay to modify based on personal needs and stuff like that. So I think that's important. So we did Surya Namaskara A and Surya Namaskara B. Those are that's A and B. I'm going to try to learn all the Sanskrit names again. I actually really enjoy the Sanskrit names. People complain about them. I really love them because I love the linguistics of it all. And I have my nice little couch here. I can put it on and my teddy can watch it. I'm going to do Surya Namaskara B again, and then to get warmed up. And then I'm going to do the full standing sequence because I want to get back into half Ashtanga. So my goal is, and that's going to take 40 minutes actually. So I'm going to have to allocate more time for that going forward. But so I'm going to do another Surya Namaskara B. You can go to my Spotify if you want to listen to the music I'm listening to. I'm listening to my meditative track. If you don't like music, that's fine. So we're going to do another Sun B. So inhale up, bent knees. Exhale down, fold. Inhale up, flat back. Exhale down and feet back. Inhale up, eyes up. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, down, back. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, down and back. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Two, 5 counts. Inhale, up. Exhale, hop or walk forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bent knees up. Exhale, Tadasana. Samastitihi, this is called. This is your neutral pose. Okay, now my heart's running again. So I'm going to try to remember standing sequence. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Standing sequence. Okay, so we're going to start with Padangustasana. Padangustasana, which is, and then we're going to fold all the way over. Go down as far as you can. Some people bend their knees, some people don't. Don't overly stretch though, you'll hurt yourself and then you won't be able to do yoga again. Be nice to your body. It's not you versus your body, it's you and your body. 5 counts. You flatten back. And then now we're going to try to go a little deeper. If you can bend your knees and you can put your hands underneath your toes with bent knees. The goal of this one is to round your back and to give yourself a nice back stretch. So you actually want to round your back on the second one, if you can. Oh shit. I'm getting an ab cramp again. You'll know it because I've got a diaphragm ab cramp right now again. Because my abs are out of practice. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, down again. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, Samastitihi. Oh, it feels so good. Oh my God. Why haven't I been doing this every day? It just feels so good. It's called a yoga high. And you only get it from yoga. You don't get it from P90X and stuff like that. It's because you're moving parts of your body that are causing your endocrine system to work. And that's not something most of the other sports do. All right, so we did Padangustasana and Padastasana. Padangustasana means hand to foot. Padastasana, I think, is hand under foot. And now we're going to do Uttita Trikonasana. This is, I don't even know what these poses are in English. Uttita Trikonasana, or triangle. So you're basically going to put your body into a triangle. This pose is, if you can do an Uttita Trikonasana properly, it's like one of the best poses you can do for everything. But everybody does it wrong. So inhale. And then we exhale to the right and just go flat, like a little bit more than shoulder width apart. Oh my God. I got to loosen my hips because I'm like, I got a cramp in this one. So then arms out, right? Try to keep them, God, I like having the camera. I can see where my hands are. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're first of all going to rotate our right foot forward. I can't remember the order, but we're going to do that. Right foot forward, okay? So your arms are straight. Your left, and now what you're going to do is you're going to keep your hips where they are. See that? You're going to stick this left hip out. You're going to put your arms forward, and you're going to go straight down as far as you can go without hurting yourself. And you keep your back straight. So the key here is to not slouch. You want to keep your back straight. And then you go up with the other one. Now, my hand is on the middle of my calf right now. If you need a block, you can get one, but I try to use my body instead when I can. Hold that for 5 seconds. That looks easy, but try to hold it for 5 seconds. Come back up. It usually, oh yeah. Okay, go back straight. This particular pose is one of the noisiest poses of all, because what happens is you'll hear your back, it's your back or your hip will pop almost every time on this particular pose. It's like every time, it's funny, every time people do this pose, there's always like pop, 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 pop. And it's not dangerous. It's just moving your body in a position where it causes those things to do that, right? God, you know what? I just realized I've been putting my arms up too far this whole time. I gotta watch my form. It might be good. I mean, they say mirrors are kind of controversial, but if you're just starting out, nothing wrong with a mirror to get your form down because you're doing it on your own, right? Okay, I'm gonna try to keep my head straight. I'm gonna put the hip back. I'm gonna lean out straight. Okay, now I'm just gonna rotate my body down to wherever that is naturally fits. And right now that's near my knee because I'm not as limber as I was. But your arm should be kind of still perpendicular, right? Parallel or whatever. Try to look up at your hand as much as you can. Again, hold your stomach in as much as you can. Breathe from your upper chest. And just come back slowly down like an airplane again. And then we're going to come together. And now, Samastitihi. So that's, you're dying from watching? And so let's do, okay, now there's another one. So Parivrita, which means rotated, Trikonasana. Trikonasana means triangle. Triko, 3, asana, 3 angle pose. So we're going to do Parivrita Trikonasana, which is, this is almost impossible for me to get. There's an adaptation for Parivrita Trikonasana in Dave's book, and I want to show you. So here's Parivrita Trikonasana that we just did. Okay. I don't know if you can see that, but you see, I mean, this is a good one, but see how he's got his legs. And by the way, if you can't rotate, see how Dave like simplifies it. It's like you're just, you know. So, and now, Uttita Parsvakonasana. No, we need to do Parivrita. Oh no, this is rotated. All right, so here's the other one, sorry. So here's Uttita Trikonasana, extended. Look what he does too. I don't know if you can see it, but he breaks down the word for you. So he says Uttita, extended, 3, Kona, angle, extended triangle pose, Uttita Trikonasana. And he gives you the variations with a block and everything if you want one. It's just such a good book. All right, so, but now we're going to try to do a rotated one. Now this one, there's lots of variations on this. It's the same pose, it's just instead of going straight down, you're doing it the other way. And you're rotating your spine to where its limit is. And you got to know where your limit is, you know? All right, so inhale, exhale, widen your feet, and push this leg forward. Okay, now that's the beginning for any triangle pose, right? But this time, instead of, I'm going to do it like this, even though it's, you're not. So this is the beginning of any triangle pose right here, right? You head forward like that. Okay, but instead, we're going to like do this. We're going to helicopter around. So we still got our arms out straight. You know, this toes are forward. This one's angled. All right. Now, if you have the flexibility, you just go as far as you can, right? This is actually one that's really good with a block. So I'm going to find my block because there's really nothing there. So I'm going to use a block for this one because I'm an old man. No shame in that. So, and I'm going to rotate. And now I'm just going to take it down wherever I'm at. Okay, and that's right here. I'm not even on it near my foot. You know, the full pose is on the other side of your foot or on top of your foot. But this is really works your upper back or your shoulders. You're just trying to keep a straight line as much as you can. Look up at your hand. And when you don't talk, you can just Listen to your breath. You're supposed to be chilling out and getting into your mind here instead of talking like I am. But what the hell? All right, there. Yep. How's it going, Kangas? Okay, so now we're going to rotate around to the other side. Again, I'm kind of backwards here. I turn my body from what you might be, just so it's on camera better. Now we're going to go to the other side, put the block in this hand. Okay, it's more about the alignment for me. So here's my natural extension. Take it where I can. That's all I have. That's all I have. I can't go farther than that. So wherever that is, and then we take it down. And look up, rotating that torso. Flat belly if you can. Back up. Again, if you don't want to use the block, you can do it like this instead. You can just go forward like this. This is fine too. You shouldn't be feeling any pain. At the most, you should be feeling minor discomfort. Americans in particular hurt themselves in yoga all the time because they think that the more they push, the better it's going to be. That is not what it's about. I think it's the first limb of yoga, ahimsa. Actually, no, ahimsa is one of the first niyamas. It's either the first of the yamas. I'll have to go study them all again, but it means non-violence. And that means versus your body. It's not, you're not beating your body into submission. You're listening to your body. No pain, no gain mentality will get you fucked up. And you need to just leave it at the door because that's not what yoga is about. Yoga is about centering. It's about balance. It's about more like a martial art than any. The reason martial arts are so badass is because of balance. It's because of balance between the mind and body. It's because they work in harmony with the body and they work to counter other people's energy and use it against themselves, as opposed to using brute force energy to destroy everything. It's much more effective, whether you're trying to kick somebody's ass or you're trying to be centered. And I'm very much anti, beat your body into submission. People, you should see all the bad shit happening right now from all of that. So anyway, I don't want to go negative. All right, so we made it through triangle pose. So that was your first pose, I guess. And let's do like a minimal finishing sequence. So normally there's several in this, and then there's, but just the sun A's and sun B's and triangle for now is a lot. That's a lot. And normally they don't even grant you a pose until you master the previous one in Ashtanga. Now we're not going to do that, but that's, that's what Ashtanga poses are granted in a true tradition. But, so just focus on that for now. But then we need to have a good finishing sequence. We don't have any sitting poses, and I wonder if he added some to his 15-minute setup. Let me check. I think the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to, every other day, I'll do like an instructive yoga on one day where I talk a lot, and then the other day I'll do absolutely silent Ashtanga, and that's how Ashtanga is done. You go into a room, you don't have a class leader, you have a teacher who walks around and mentors you personally and helps you at an individual level. Once again, mentored learning, just like Ashtanga is based on mentored learning. This particular block is made out of cork. There's lots of blocks. There's lots of blocks. This isn't necessarily my favorite. This one's pretty heavy actually, and it's not particularly soft. You might want one of those other ones. It's got natural materials in it. I bought them on Dukkha mat because it lasts literally forever. They do not break down ever. They're pretty expensive, but if you're gonna get a mat, the Dukkha mat is going to save you tons of money, and it's going to save the landfill from a bunch of cheap-ass yoga mats. if you're going to get into this. If you're going to get into this, I recommend you get a Manduka. They're pretty well known in the industry. They have extra long ones and wide ones and stuff. You might find that you like a longer length, but that's plenty fine for my apartment right here. And the take of Manduka is they make one mat that you'll never own another mat, ever. The other ones, you like grind them up with your toes and stuff, and you end up throwing them out, and then they just go into landfill, and you know, they have some that are made out of like natural rubber, but my wife's allergic to them, so it just depends. So here we go, short form. So I'm just going to stick with the one pose. We're not going to go any further than that. This was supposed to be just kind of a test of everything, you know. I do want to have a finishing sequence though. So, and I don't want you to do a headstand, but I actually want to do a headstand just because they're fucking fun. So, because I haven't done it for a long time. So don't do a headstand right now, okay? Don't you dare do a headstand right now. You're not ready yet. But I want to do one anyway. So, because I like the inversion. And then we'll do the last form of, if you want to, you can just practice sitting in lotus or just doing basic sit stretches at this point. So I'm going to child's pose. Oh, while I'm here, let me show you this. This is called child's pose. So if at any time you get tired and you just need a break, you're totally allowed to just give yourself a break, and there's no better break than child's pose. Okay, so let me show you child's pose. So child's pose, you're sitting on your heels. Sometimes you can't do that, but don't. It's a different pose if you put your toes under. So try. You might be tight. I'm pretty tight right now, but God, I'm tight. I can't even sit like this. If you need support, go ahead, right? Okay, so but I want to show you what your feet are like. So that's what your feet are like. And then you open up your knees. All right. And then you just go flat back. And you walk your hands out. And you reach forward and put your forehead on your mat. It's another reason I wear this little hat thingy, because I don't like my skin on my mat. It just doesn't feel comfortable. And then you just, most of you, when you do this, you'll hear all kinds of back cracking going on. Seriously, it's crazy. I'll do this pose and I'll get 3 cracks out of my back all by itself because it straightens your back. I'm kind of loud, I'm sorry. I could just stay here all day. It's so comfortable. And if you want, you can go to the left and stretch your side body. And to the right. Right? You should feel that stretch all along the right side. That is a stretch that is not done in most other sports. It's also very rarely done in yoga. Side body gets ignored a lot in yoga, unfortunately, by most Western yoga. So yeah, stretch that side body. Oh, there's a pop. Did you hear it? Did you hear my pop? Yep, I just had another back pop. Oh my God, this feels so fucking good. I could sit in child's pose all day. Can we just hang out here and listen to music? Oh my God. Oh, doesn't that feel good? Oh my God, I feel so good. There's a different kind of yoga that my wife is really into called Restorative Yoga, which is just designed to get you comfortable. It's so amazing. I'll do some restorative. I'll show you some stuff you can do. It's so amazing. She's the queen of it. She had a t-shirt that she wanted to make called Restorative Yoga is Badass. All right, so child's pose is also the starting pose for a headstand. Again, I'm just arching my back a little bit here just to get it going on. So you lock your fingers. This is going to cup your head. Now, the hardest part about this, people try this and they hurt themselves all the time. So if you hurt yourself and you try it, that's your own fucking fault. I told you not to do it. All right? When you do a headstand, your head doesn't have any pressure. In fact, it's almost not even touching the mat. It looks like it's touching the mat, but it's actually not. And people fuck this up all the time and they break their necks and do all kinds of shit. So don't do it unless you're comfortable with your body and you weigh less. If you weigh over, 30 pounds overweight or so, you're going to be dealing with extra weight, and that's going to put extra strain on your neck anyway. So just be careful, right? And I've, been doing this for a while. I'm telling you not to do this, but I can do this. I've been doing this for 3 years, and I got supervised when I was originally doing it. So I can do it. I can do it for 15, 16 minutes at a time usually, once you get stable. So you put your hand like this, you stick your fingers in, and I'm going to cup the back of my head. Now, all of the pressure is on my arms. My arms are the basis. This is what, you can't see it, but here. But the arms are the basis. This is your foundation. The arms are taking all of the weight. And then when you put your head in here, it's just a convenience. Now, normally you come up with straight legs. My legs are too tight to do that. This is when I usually have the most back pops right here after doing that, because it compresses your back. And then when you decompress it, you get the pops. Oh, the music's really good right now. I got some really good meditative music on. By the way, you can do something similar to the head thing by just raising your back at first, like this. This is how you start, right? You're just strengthening your shoulders. If you do enough downward dog over time, your shoulders will get strong enough that you can start to support yourself doing that sort of shit. Otherwise, don't do it. I'm just doing some of my fun poses because I have been out of shape for so long. I want to see how many of them I still have in me. This one's called Pigeon. Not pigeon, that's crow. What am I talking about? That's crow. Crow, you could... Yep, Ashtanga Yoga, the practice manual. This is Dave Swenson's book. Go easy, everybody. Go easy. Go easy. This isn't you versus your body. You'll get there eventually. It took me a year before I could do a headstand. So I'm gonna try to do crow again. So this is the moment of my yoga practice where I allow myself to do cool shit that is just fun and not necessarily meditative. And I'm not doing it to show off. I'm doing it because it's fucking fun. So that's the only reason I'm doing it, because it's just fun. Yeah, every time you do it, you get that yoga high. All right, so this is how you start crow. Crow starts out right here. Crow looks hard, but it's actually not, because your legs are resting on your elbows. The secret to crow is to get your legs to rest on your elbows. See? So start out like this. I'm so glad I lost that 20 pounds. When I was trying to do these poses with that extra 20 pounds, I couldn't do it. It was just too much stress on my wrist. That's why I'm having so much fun. So once you get kind of normal, then you just have to bring your weight forward slowly. Sometimes you can go on your head. I can't hold it very long though. I can't hold it for very long. This is my first practice in a long time, so. All right, so we need some hip openers. We're gonna do some hip openers. So, God, I need to go to work here, but this is so fun. I'm glad I did it. So, this is a basic hip opener. You can see my legs are really, really tight. I'm like a normal Western here right now. Most people who grew up in traditions where they sit on the floor, they can put their knees to the ground right now. But I can't, because I'm American. So I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to pull anything. I'm just going to do this pose. So I'm just grabbing my hands. Probably change the camera angle a little bit. I'm just grabbing my feet, Like, let me do that. Since this is kind of a test stream. I'm on the floor most of the time, so let me change that. So, straight back, always straight back, right? Hold on my ankles and just straighten my back out, get my head straight, forward. And you can pull your feet in a little bit. And then, hold on to your feet. And then kind of just put your head straight up. Pretend like there's like a thread going through the top of your skull all the way down to your sit bones. And this one I'm just going to breathe, and I'm just going to let weight do the job. I am really tight. I am really, really tight. But you know what? Yoga is not about being loosey-goosey. It's about the mind. So just meet your body wherever you're at and just go from there. You and your body are a team right now. It's not you versus your body. And this just by itself will feel good. If you want to, you can get crazy and like grab your toes or something. You'll find when you kind of do this sort of thing, you start to discover your body all over again. One of my favorite poses is Pigeon Pose, because you sit there and stare at your foot. When's the last time you actually looked at your foot up close? Like, hey foot, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a while. I love it. So there are lots and lots of openers right here, but this is a good one. We didn't do any of the sitting poses, so this is not a. I think this is. Oh God, I can't remember. I'll try to remember all my names. This is basically dabbing with your legs. We're gonna rename this pose leg dabbing. I think we should do that. What do you think? I think we should call this leg dabbing pose. I'm inventing that. TM Artivix Rob, leg dabbing, otherwise known as wait, where's my other leg dabbing? I don't remember the name. I gotta go look it up. We're doing leg dabbing. It's under seated poses. Oh, Paschimottanasana, of course. Paschimottanasana, say that 10 times fast. Paschima, Western, Uttana, intense, Western intense pose. Western intense stretch. Oh no, that's not it. That's a different one. I'm mixing them up. This one is no, it's not Paschimottanasana. Come on. No, we're not doing Purvottanasana. I don't like that. No. Jira, yeah. Janu Shirshasana. Knee head pose. Head to knee pose. Janu Shirshasana, otherwise known as leg dabbing. So, straight like this. Rotate around. Keep your, if you want, you can put, I always like to do this with my hands to give myself orientation and boundaries, right? Now we're going to go straight down with our back as flat as we can for this one. There's one where you curl your back. Curling your back and keeping your back straight are two different poses. And they both do good things. They're just different things. When you curl your back, you're opening your spine up. When you're keeping your back straight, you're doing a stretch. So here we go. I keep my back as straight as I can. And I'm going to lean forward until I can't. And that's right here. Now, in my day when I was going to yoga training, my head was on the floor. And my hands are like way past my feet. And I had to block at everything. I can't do that anymore. But I'm just going to meet where my body's at right now today. If you want to, again, don't ever bounce. You see somebody bouncing when they're stretching, just tell them to stop. Like, go up to them and say, please don't do that. You're going to hurt yourself. It's so fucking stupid. My God, it's so fucking stupid. So again, good posture. Just look at your toes. You can kind of imagine your center of your chest coming to your knee instead of your chin coming to your knee. That'll help you keep your back straight. And again, I don't have much here. I can't do much here. So I'm just going to keep my hands here right now. Right? You can put your hands on your leg if you want. But on each breath, you can kind of make a conscious effort to extend, to deepen the pose, they call it. It doesn't mean hurt yourself, but to just deepen it a little bit. Just breathe, and just you'll find yourself getting deeper into the pose. And just enjoy all the sensations. There's just so much amazing sensation from yoga. If you just close your eyes and just feel what's happening to your body, all the things that are going on in your body, it's more about experiencing that, and that's the thing. Why is bouncing bad? Because it puts too much stress on the muscles. It puts too much sudden stress, particularly if you're older. Yeah. Now, another thing too, when you come out of a pose, if you've been into it intensely, come out slowly. Just come out slowly, right? Because it's like a rubber band. You know, you guys, it is literally like a rubber band. We were in an office supply store. No, we weren't. We were in my wife. I'm going to get my legs, my posture. This helps me get my back posture straight. Okay, we're doing a leg dab on the other side. This leg is a lot tighter, and we were doing a leg. We were there. There's a whole bunch of artists are taking over this huge building, and it used to be a government building. And so they left all this shit around, and we opened up one of the desk drawers, and there was these rubber bands. I'm like, hey, free rubber bands. And we pulled the rubber bands out, and it just like crumbled in my hand, you know. And the other one that was even halfway, so I did that, and it just snapped because it's broken. And this is a true story. A physical therapist in my yoga training taught a story who works with nothing but old people. She just works with old people only. And she went through all the science of aging, and the number one danger when you get old is you literally dry out. You stop feeling a sense of thirst, so your body just naturally dries out. The cartilage in your spine dries out, your muscles dry out, and so everything becomes like an old rubber band. So you really want to warm everything up and get it going, because if you know what happens with a rubber band when you like try to pull it before it's been warm, right? When it's colder, it snaps easier. So that's why, you know, you want to do things gradually, particularly if you're older. I mean, if you're older, you can go with the young ones too, right? But you don't have a lot of the natural collagen and hydration and stuff left over from when being older. So, you know, I'm trying to tell myself this as much as anybody, because You know, there's things that I want to do. At some point, I'm not going to be able to do them anymore because I either don't have the strength or I don't have the muscle elasticity. But there's no reason for you to push beyond your boundaries. This, honestly, this is all I can do right now. Mr. Touch His Toes, you know, I can't do this, and I have to be okay with that. You know, my leg dabbing. But I tell you what, it feels good. So if you want a good back rotational stretch, so it's a good idea to push your back to a, not to its limit, but to extend it in every way possible during every yoga session. That means you should rotate it, you should arch it, and you should do the other arch and the side to side stuff as well. You should get in the habit of so your spine moves in every direction, because the cartilageous stuff in your spinal fluid, your spine is developed through that movement. So we can actually do a little bit of that now. I'm not gonna, normally I would do a transitional jump pose in here, or I would do one of the things about Ashtanga is that they have transitional, they do a Sun A in between each pose, and that keeps your heart rate up and it keeps you doing a physical practice. And right now I'm just relaxing kind of and just kind of recovering. But normally, like after something like this, I would do a jump through. See if I can still do one. I wonder if I can still do a jump through. I probably can't. So, oh God, my abs are so crampy. Okay, so that was a vinyasa. Oh, definitely get the hard back, Kangas. You definitely want the hard back of that. I'm gonna try another jump through. So normally when you do jump throughs when you're good, I'm not good. When you have really great core strength and you have the right proportional arms and everything, you go up like this and you flip your legs all the way back. But I don't have that, so I lift myself up and then I pull my legs in and I pretend like I jumped them through and I roll forward. And I just roll forward onto them. And I go back. In the down dog, the way to practice the jump through is to put this foot here, and I can jump through. I can definitely jump through. I just can't jump back. Jumping back is hard. It takes lots of practice. So when you see, go watch YouTube videos, the professional Ashtangis or people who do it all the time doing their jump throughs. It's so amazing. They just lift up and go whoop right back. All right, so all I'm gonna do is stretch my back a little bit. And I think I'm done for the day. It's almost 11 o'clock. I'm into co-working time. I'm going to do a rotational and I'm going to do a half lotus for a bit. Okay, I'm going to do rotate. You know, at this point, it's you kind of do things for fun, but you also do them because your body just feels like doing it. Like, oh, I really feel like I need this twist, you know? I don't know if there's any science behind this, but I sometimes feel like my body's like telling me what it needs if you just check in with it and listen. Surya Namaskara. Absolutely. I completely agree. I absolutely totally agree. Yep. Surya Namaskara A, and a little bit of meditation, I think. First of all, I would never drop Sarvadasana. Which one is it? Dead Man's Pose. So, yeah, and if you don't have anything else to do, I would just do some Sun A's, and then do Sun A's mindfully. And I'm not saying that to sound like some fucking hippie. When I say Sun A's mindfully, like check in with your breath. Where are you looking? Get meditative about it, because that's what it's about, right? It's about getting your mind straight. It's about waking your body up. And if you can, if I were you, I would end with, 20 seconds, 30 seconds of meditative kind of yoga. Cheers. Good. Now there is one last pose that we haven't done here, and it gets ignored all the time. And I want to show you what it is. It's I forget the Sanskrit name. I think it's Shavasana. Shavasana. So Shavasana means dead man's pose, and this pose gets ignored all the time. But this pose is probably one of the most important poses you're going to do in all of your yoga practice. This is the pose that brings the distinction between your practice and your busy life. And you can't do the pose we're about to do unless you can clear your mind. And the point of yoga, again, Chitti Vritti Nirodha. It's the Surya Namaskara. It's like Sutra number 1. It means remove the fluctuations of the mind. If you can't do this next pose, this super hard pose that I'm about to show you, then you're not doing even basic yoga. And all you do is you just lay down in dead man, like you're dead man. You lay there with your hands open, everything relaxed. If you need to think about something, focus on your breath, and literally check in with every single part of your body. You don't have to do that, but if you want to give your mind something to do, think about what your toes feel like. Then think about what the arches of your feet feel like. Then think about what your calves feel like. Then think about your hamstrings. Then think about your hips, your chakra, root chakra. Think about your midsection, your breath, and to go all the way through your body. And if you fall asleep for a little bit, fine. In the full Ashtanga practice, they spend 20 minutes or until all sweat has been removed from your body, according to the Patak Joyce. But 20 minutes they spend here. But I want to really strongly encourage everybody to spend at least a minute, maybe 2 minutes. Even if you did, say maybe so you don't have any time, you have 15 minutes, right? Go follow Dave's thing or do like 5 Sun A's, 10 Sun A's, and then maybe a little, calm yourself down and do some Shavasana. One thing I want you to notice is that when you do this, notice how flat your back is. Your back is a lot flatter than it was before you did yoga. You'll just feel your body just like getting sucked into the earth. It just grounds your whole body, and your eyes are closed. If you have sometimes they'll bring you a cool cloth to put over your eyes. And just if you have meditative music on, this is the easiest way to meditate for most people, and it's also a yoga pose. This is what makes you high. If you want to get yoga high, you can't skip Shavasana. And I think everybody does. If you jump right out of your last Sun A and you hit the shower or you go running off into the car, not only will you sweat up all your clothes, but you'll have lost all the benefit from what you just did. This is the moment where you get to really celebrate the peace in your mind that you just build up by tiring your body out. And just like let your mind daydream, do the monkey mind thing. Imagine yourself floating, just whatever you want to imagine, but don't think about stressful things. Think about, again, if you need something to think about to get your mind off of what you're being late for, like I have do my time card, right? Then think about your toes. Some people count. Now, when you come out of this, you're going to roll to your right side. And this is the best part of this. There's like good science about fetal position. There's really good science about fetal position and its ability to bring a dopamine high. We are genetically hard-coded to adapt to fetal position. When people have psychotic breakdowns like mine, they go to fetal position. You have like neural memory of this position that goes back as far as your existence when you were first able to even be aware of your position. Let yourself just lie in fetal position for a second. So again, Shavasana is death, right? Dead man's pose. The death of your practice, the end of your practice. And then you roll over into fetal position. Not for too long, but just enough. And then you're born. You're born into a new day. You're born into a new mental state. You come up, maybe even keep your eyes closed. And while you're still up, after you just came out of fetal, which doesn't have a name, I just call it that. With your legs in as close to, just center your and then just enjoy it. Meditate a little bit. This is the beginning of your new practice for the day. And if you want to, you can do your ending, which is not as common in Ashtanga, but it is pretty common in India. And that's Om Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam Yayena Margena Mahishaha Go Brahmaye Vyaha Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om. Namaste. Feels so good. I just want to stay here now. You do it right, you'll be high as a fucking post. You'll be so fucking high, better than any drug you've ever done, which I haven't done many, but there's a reason they call it a yoga high. And you won't get it. You won't get it by pounding it out in the gym. You'll only get it from this, and you'll get a kick-ass body. And you'll get the best fucking sex you've ever had in your life. There's really good science on that. Give it a shot. I don't want to leave it. This is how you know you have a good practice, is when you don't want to leave. I don't want to go to work now. I'm just enjoying this so much right now. And that's what asana is about. Asana is there to prepare your body to just sit there in a meditative pose. And if you do your asana right, which is what we just did, all you'll want to do is meditate and clear your mind. It's not some boomer shit. It dates way back before them. Do your Kegel exercise, your root chakra close, pull your lower in. We could do some pranayama, but people think pranayama is weird. Bumari breathing is my favorite. That's where you make your voice like a bumblebee. Before I forget, let me show you something called Nauli. If you want the best abs in history, practice Nauli. It takes some practice. It's pretty hard to do. This is Nauli. I have to show you my fat beer gut to see it. Okay, I don't want to do this, but in order for you to see it, you have to see me doing it. Okay, so to do Nauli, what you do is you breathe out all your air. I mean, all of it, all of it. And then you hold your breath. Be careful, don't pass out. When you do, you hold your breath for a bit. And when you hold your breath, you suck in all your organs and your diaphragm. You suck everything in. This is a fantastic practice to compress your organs, to get them small enough to push that old blood out of your organs, which is a thing. These organs, they don't have a lot of good circulation. Sometimes they need help being squeezed so that the bad blood gets out. And then when it's like a sponge, it'll pull in all the good blood. So what we're doing is we're compressing all of our internal organs, and then we're going to uncompress them slowly without passing out. You got to be careful with your breathing here. But by doing this, you will compress the organs that are inside of your gut. So if you look at the pictures of me when I was a paddleboarder and a yogi from before, the reason that my waist is so small is that I over practice over time, I'd shrunk the size of my liver and my kidneys and stuff again through a lot of Nauli practice and yoga practice, because yoga is the only thing that works your internal organs out. None of the fitness crazes out there, or the pee this or cross that, none of those things focus on your organs. None of them are focused on increasing the health of your organs. Yoga does. And if you don't believe me, look at the yogis who have practiced Nauli their whole life, and they can suck their midsection all the way back to their spinal cord, and they put all their organs back up into their chest cavity. It's so fucking amazing. So if you want a thin waist, you got to eat lighter and balance your diet. But beyond that, you need to start practicing things that will cause your organs to not be so inflamed. My organs have been really inflamed lately, and all that. But I also have body fat down there. So the way to do this, I'm gonna do it again. So you do this. You can breathe out. And then and you can do this, actually, you can do this like kind of hunched over on a countertop or something too. But it works just by sitting here. I know I'm gross. I'm gross, but I want to show you what this looks like. I have to be careful with this. I can only do 3 of them. Oh, okay. I usually do Nauli after yoga. A lot of times I'll do Nauli in the bathroom before I hit the shower, because I like to see what's happening with my waist and stuff. And if you see, like right now, you got to be careful. Here's another reason to be careful with it. Right now, I can feel all the connective tissues inside of my organs and stuff are, hi, you going for a walk?
No, I just got out of bed.
I'm using yoga. Hi, Sam, come here. Hi, puppy. Give me 5.
Your fancy chair.
You're still yawning.
Let's go, Gussie.
So anyway, with Nauli you have to be careful, because when you do it, you want to do it minimally, because it actually stresses the connective tissues of your organs in a good way. So all the connective tissues and the fascia and everything that's in there that holds your organs together and everything gets stressed in a nice healthy way. But you can feel it after you do Nally. You can feel your guts are kind of on the inside. They feel kind of not painful, but they could feel kind of sore, like they just got a workout. And if you continue to do that, you'll improve the health of your organs, as well as the health of your body and the health of your muscles and the health of your brain, which is what yoga is about. Yoga is about ultimately getting your body to a place where your mind is free, and you can't do that if you're experiencing problems in other areas. So that's really all I had today. My wife is up and our dog is up, and I just don't want to leave. I just want to do yoga all day now. It's 11 o'clock. I'm late for work. So it's officially back on the schedule. I'm going to do yoga every day, starting at as soon as coffee time stops. So almost immediately after that. So we're talking probably 9 o'clock every day. I'm going to start doing a 60-minute practice. I was like, my house is a complete mess right now, but because I was doing yoga, I was able to tune it out, and I don't think I can still work on cleaning it as I go. I'm totally addicted to this again. And thank you for hanging out with me. I'm going to go ahead and drop the stream just so that we have a break in the VOD, and then we'll start a new VOD with the co-working thing on it. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me again. That was really fun.